Good morning, everyone. Today I want to show you how to do a reverse blanket stitch. I'm making this cover or blanket out of panels, and instead of sewing the seams together with a sewing machine, I wanted to do some kind of a fancy blanket stitch, but I call it the reverse blanket stitch because the horizontal line is at the bottom instead of at the top. And then the vertical line is at the top, closing the two seams together. So here I am, starting with a new thread. I'm using a yarn, a strong yarn, which is a sock yarn. It's a 4-ply, but it's thin. It's wound together very tightly. And then a needle with a big eye opening. And I'm also going to show you how I do this with the safety pins attached. I use the safety pins. Okay, I've got quite a long string of yarn here. So I go into the previous opening. Also, I put holes in mine because this fleece is very hard to get a needle through. So I did use some kind of sharp object to get the holes in there. I think it was a awl, which is what shoemakers use to put holes in their leather soles and heels. Alright, so here I've got this pin here already. I'm going to take that out, and that's used just to align these two fabrics together, the holes together. So I'm going to go into the right, and then I'm going to go back in the back, look in the back, and then I'm going to go from the right to the left. And then I'm going to go around, take my thread up around the top of the two layers, and then come back out that same hole. So then I've got my first vertical thread. Now I'm going to go back again to the right hole, come out the back, come around to the front, go into that same hole, and there you have one stitch completed. See, the back is the same as the front. Now we're in the back, so we're going to go over to the right. This is the next horizontal stitch. Take your pin out, your safety pin, go in the back, come out the front, and your thread will probably get tangled up in the safety pins. If you don't need the safety pins, you can do it without, but then you're going to be playing it by ear at one stitch at a time, and you might end up with, at the end of the row, with more fabric and more holes on one side than the other side. So putting the safety pin in there will keep your holes aligned, the back and the front. Alright, now we're going to go back into the left side. And again we're going to go into the back. Now you're doing this double. See, I already did one horizontal, but in order to get the next vertical stitch, I have to go through the back twice. All right, come out the front. Go around. Come out the back side to the front. So I call this a reverse buttonhole stitch. I have a knot in here, so it's getting harder to get this through. How did I get that knot in here? Oh. Well, I guess it's gonna see if I can get it through. Otherwise I gotta cut it off. Oh, it went through. Alright. That happens sometimes when you have a long tail of thread that you're working with. But I didn't think it would happen this quick. Oh, okay. Now I'm pulling it towards the top. Where'd it go? Oh, I got rid of it. Good. Okay, so now we're coming to the next safety pin. Take it out. Go to the right. Horizontal stitch. Come out the same hole in the back. Over to the left in the back, come out the front, go to the right, you can see I had to make 2 rows here for the horizontal line, and that's so I can come back to this side and do this vertical stitch. This is a lot more secure than a regular blanket stitch. A blanket stitch is normally used for as an embellishment, and I'll probably use that around the outside of the blanket. But to attach the panels, I needed something that's more secure. So this is sock yarn. Alright, now we're going to go over to the back, bring it out to the front. Try not to get tangled around those safety pins. Alright, now we're going to go up and around, come out the back again to the front, and that will secure your vertical stitch on the left side. Now we're going to go to the right side and come out the back hole. Fleece is hard to get a needle through, so that I had to make these folds in there. Alright, now you're in the back, twist around to the front. Okay, I see I didn't do this one now. Okay, I'm going to have to double down and get this back stitch in here. Do this one again, because I want the back to look the same as the front. All right, go back to the right, come out. Go over the top, go in and out again. In the front, out the back. Okay, take out your next pin. Save those for later. Now you're in the back. Find your opening. Oh, this is quite a wide one. Okay. Back to the front. Go over to the left. Go over to the right. Go around the top, take out your next safety pin. I forgot an opening here. Wow. Oh, that'll be okay. I forgot to put a pin in that one. A safety pin. Alright. So here, I didn't put a safety pin in it, but it pretty much aligns. Actually, I'm kind of short. You might get a little bit of bunching together. Which is pretty common. But at least you won't get it at the end, the bunching together. Alright, we're going to go right front to back. Pull it over towards the front. Go in that same hole, front to back. Take out your next safety pin. Now we're going to go over to the back. Come out the front. And we're going to go back here. Now, let's see if I could do that. I could do it from here. You just turn that around and go to the back. I don't have to go back again. This is something, I don't know if there's a actual name of a stitch for this, but I gotta go back here again. To the left. It's just something that I came up with. So if there is a stitch like this that's already out there and you know the name of it, maybe you can leave it in the comments. Alright, sometimes you're going to end up with 2 horizontal rows. In order to make your vertical rows, you have to move over. Alright, next one. To the right. To the left. Well, let's try it this way. Now I still have to go, in order to get the horizontal stitch in the back, I still have to do it this way with the double row of stitching. Okay, the double row is going to be in the front. So now you have to get back here to the right, over the top, in the front, out the back. Safety pin out. Now where are we? Okay, now we Have to go to the right and the back, come out the front. I have to do this. Back. In and out. Make your loop through the back. Okay, go in the back to make a vertical stitch. Go to the right. Make your horizontal. Go back in the back side. You have to go back again to make the horizontal in the back. Now back here on the front side, out the back, and make your vertical stitch. Try to look for the opening. I found it. Okay. So we just keep doing this, and all the way down to the end. And at the end, you should come up last safety pin, last two openings, and the fabric is even. See? So if you keep following that procedure, if there's a little bit of bulk in the middle, it doesn't matter. I'd rather have it there than at the end. Seams should match at the end. Okay, let me just put my needle in here so I don't lose it. See how that looks? Your back side is the same as the front side. And it's a very secure stitch. And this fleece fabric does not unravel. That's why you can do it this way. If you had cotton or something that unravels, you'd have to put a serger on it, serge the ends, and then attach it with the back side showing, and then go over your seams, make 5/8 inch seams. Which you could do too. You don't have to use this stitch. You can just do it sewing machine stitch. But I like to sew while I'm sitting down. I like to have handwork handy. So this probably will take longer, but I enjoy the process. Thanks for watching. Bye.